and this is Public Access uh, Test Pattern episode 15. That's a long time. I think like 4 months. Yeah, well, yeah, about that. Let's do a quick recap, or no promises on how quick it is. There was a lot. um, so we started off with Flo holding a gun on you outside of the uh, pancake cave. Erica fainted away. Parker set off the alarm, and you all skedaddled. Um, David was Michael walked into the house with a carton of the dream. He had just finished it all up, and David was trapped in the commercial for the dream, and actually he touched a guy and got all gooey on his way out. um, and then found his way through an episode of Night Court, got a clue, and got out. Yeah, Michael was talking to La Fresca Food 342 on message boards and was invited to get hooked up with something special, either going to White Spray or La Fresca. And we had a little cutscene where Ephraim in the arcade was killed by FO85. And then in the morning, showed up there. Bill and Carla were there, and Carla was a reluctant deputy. Found saw that the murder had happened, went to look at some security tapes, and Parker had it just says a bad dark vision, and and whacked your head. In the meantime, y'all went to Michael and David went to La Fresca Foods. There's a convention center there and all stuff. There was a leaderboard for the sales team there, and y'all ran into some dream zombies who were coming down the hall. David managed to influence them somewhat, but got a little bite, or no, I think you roll back the bite, and distracted them long enough so you could get out of there unscathed. But you did find, Michael found a Odyssey tape under the desk where he was hiding. Erica got deputized and invited to dinner over at Bill's house. And Parker talked to little gamer dude Bart, who referred him to the Vector Void Spectrum message board. Y'all did a answer the question to find out where or to determine where the cabinet was, and determined it was in La Fresca at the high school, probably. Did I have written down? Yeah, you did that. Right. Resolved. Done. So that's a place you can go, and then settled in to watch a nice little videotape. You watched the Video Beat one, a bunch of weird music videos from bands that don't exist. White from Eyeballs. Oh yeah, in one of them, people were dripping dream out of their eye sockets. That's right. And Erica recorded one of the the songs, the meow meow meows, and Parker saw the static that kind of stuck with everyone. I think David inside saw that as a glowing white pyramid in a kind of reverse desert. In drama news, Erica and Michael broke up, so already ripping us apart. And Randy plopped down on the couch after everyone was done watching, and that was the night. I had a bunch of wishes down too. Getting a nostalgic scene with Michael and David, getting Michael some dream, running into Flo again, resolving the whisper during the daytime, seeing the dinner with Bill. I have written down Flex the deputize. And retrieve Zagreus. Yeah, see what that station is like as well. Cool. So it is daytime. Did we have any advancements that we didn't say at the end of the last one?
Yeah, I have one that I didn't. I may or may not have forgotten about it for the past week until this very moment. But I think I'm going to choose an additional latchkey move.
Awesome.
I was going to write a custom move for my character, but I forgot. So I'll just be boring and increase my sensitivity by 1.
Excellent.
Yeah, and then I increased my vitality by 1, bringing it to 2.
Cool. Uh, cool. Before we jump into the daytime, so channel 3, where the Whisper is coming from, that television station. Can each of you tell me about a show that you watched on that one, which may or may not still be running? And it could be something mundane as like the news, Love Boat.
I think David watched a show called the Happy Holly Hatter Show, which was a puppet show starring, obviously, Happy Holly the Hatter. And it was meant to be kind of like a wholesome, show for like very young kids, like toddlers. But it was kind of like sinister and murderous.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Damn, you took my puppet idea. I was about to type it in chat while you were going off about it, but I was going to do the same thing. That's funny.
Puppets are my thing, Billy.
You can have the puppets. Yeah, I was going to go with murderous too, so it's perfect. At least somebody said it.
Erica used to watch an after-school show called Special Operations about a squad of kid detectives who solved mysteries using math. It was very educational.
Right.
I think Michael used to watch like the equivalent of, if you've ever seen the dodgeball movie ESPN 8, where they play like all these really weird, obscure sports stuff.
The Ocho.
The Ocho. Yeah, I think the equivalent of that is what he would watch all the time. And it would play anything from like Magic the Gathering competitions to racing people downhill while like somebody in those big inflatable balls is chasing you.
I think Parker would watch This Old Building, which is like this old house, but it's a bunch of different buildings. And maybe there was like a spooky, like this is obviously haunting, but no, it's definitely the pipes that are messed up sort of thing.
Nice.
Wow, mine's the only one that's not spooky. Sash, I don't know if it was before your time or not. That was totally a reference to the old TV Ontario show called Square One.
I don't know it.
That was before your time. Yeah, it was epic.
I think I know that one. I
There was-
I grew up in Buffalo, so I caught a lot of Canadian TV.
There was a segment every time, which was the math detectives. It was like a riff on Get Smart.
That wasn't the one where they were in like a. Oh no, it was L4. Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff. Awesome. So we have a day to start. Would anyone like to? Anyone have any inklings about where they'd like to go today? Or you just want to storm the station?
Yeah.
I want to storm Channel 3.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was
kind of my
thinking
thing.
that was my first thought, but I was thinking about a scene where Michael is watching Friday the 13th and
Mhm.
David shows up in it.
Nice. Oh yeah, let me refresh our memory on the mysteries as well. We have answered all the questions for the Whisper, and we're going to resolve the mystery by either confronting those responsible and threatening exposure, or rooting the integrity of the data being gathered, thereby shutting it down. For Zagreus, we still have a bunch of press starts to do, and so the complexities are, or the questions are, who is Attafoy 85 and why are they doing this? You can remove them as a danger with a complexity 4. You can do press start move, and the resolution is locked until you get all the secret levels using press start. Great. And the dream, we have two potential questions to answer. What is the true nature of the dream? Is it complexity 6, where you can resolve the mystery by taking action that will neutralize the dream's power or otherwise make it safe? And complexity 8 is what is W. Atlas Morgenstern's terrible secret? Resolve the mystery by confronting him with the truth and convincing him to take the dream off the market. And that's nice. Cool. So we have 2 for storming a station, and let's do the Michael and David Friday the 13th thing first. What bit does David come up in?
Yeah, I can let you answer that if you want. I have an idea, but
I hear yours.
I was thinking he was watching his favorite Friday the 13th, which is part 4, also called The Final Chapter. And it's very well known for having I feel so terrible for not remembering his name off the top of my head. From the Lost Boys, one of the Frog Brothers.
Peter Sutherland? Oh,
One of the Corys.
yeah, one of the Corys.
Feldman.
Yeah.
Corey
Or
Feldman or
Corey Feldman. Yeah, had a
Hey,
young
Corey
Corey
Haim.
Feldman in.
Yeah.
Had a young Corey Feldman, and he was super into actually making like monster masks and stuff in that movie.
Yeah.
So I was thinking it was during like his confrontation with Jason towards the end of the film, and David could pop in wherever he wanted, really.
Nice.
Maybe the kids are fighting and you just see a figure coming up upon them wearing one of these monster masks, and then he just takes it off and it's David. And he's just like, I don't really get this movie. Can we watch Stand By Me instead?
Yeah, he starts when he sees you. And he says, "Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I totally forgot that this kind of shit could happen since you've been in there. I'll tone it down on some of these, but Stand By Me's up next. Just let me finish this one. This is like my favorite Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah? Why is that?
Well, you get the iconic Jason death where he gets the axe in the head, breaks the mask, that kind of sticks around for a long time. And it's Corey Feldman. I mean, he's like right there. You're like right next to him.
America's sweetheart, Corey Feldman.
America's sweetheart. But yeah, so and then he'll kind of like Jason gets the machete in the side of the head, the great effect, and then he'll probably say like, is it like, are you good if I turn the movie off and switch it?
Yeah. This guy's kind of giving me a bad look right now, so maybe a little change of venue would be nice.
Okay, and then he'll swap in Stand By Me, a VHS, so it's like halfway through the movie already.
Once it's the part where the train's coming at the kids and they jump into the river. I think David takes that dive, comes ashore, and it's like, next time can we start from the beginning?
Yeah, sorry, I don't know who watched this last. Clearly they didn't go through the best part, but that was a nice train dodge, my friend. You are now part of the greatest train dodge in cinema, I think. Maybe besides like Buster Keaton or something.
One of the perks of the job, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose. And I think, yeah, he'll ask you like, so I'm actually going to make the trip for real this time to that damn place up there. I don't know if you want to tag along.
Oh, are you kidding? I haven't had the dream in a while. Like, come on, let's live the dream, man.
Yeah, I'm itching. I'm itching for the dream.
Honestly, it's like every time I close my eyes, I just see that white cream just like pouring all over, like little cloudy cumulus clouds of heaven, you know?
Yeah, it's that's a good way to remember the consistency.
Yep, just like a cloud, just like a cloud, 0 calories.
0 calorie frozen treat.
I mean, I don't think I consume calories in this current state or what have you, but it's just dream, man.
All right, so we're going to get the dream. I only have one more question. Can I take the Lexus?
you get anything on my leather seat, I will come out of this TV and I'll kill you.
I think that's completely fair.
Okay. You can get the keys from Erica.
Okay, cool. And yeah, can end it there.
Nice. Which conditions would you like to clear?
I don't think he's terrified anymore.
Mhm.
I just get one, right? Or I get two?
You just get one, and David gets one and tells me about a clue.
Yeah, I think he's not terrified anymore.
I think I'll clear burned hands as I no longer have hands to burn, but I will still be living the dream. And
Nice.
for a clue, I think maybe as we're leaving, another commercial for the dream comes on.
Hmm.
And I think in it, it's like similar to the aerobics one, but as the kind of cream ice cream cone kind of melts on the screen, two dark holes appear and it starts to look like a skull.
Mm. Cool. So that is a new clue on the dream. You have 4 clues for already. Look at that. Great. Erica and Parker, did you want to do a nostalgic scene?
I do. You good for that, Parker?
Yeah, sounds good. Did you have an idea for how to start it off?
Typical breakfast stuff, I guess. It depends. I think this is the point in the week where Erica's has reverted to try acting like everything's completely normal. So, she's just down there, got the coffee going, it's all nice and ready. There's all the cups out. Looking forward to pancakes as if nothing's happened.
I'm gonna say that Parker is not making pancakes.
Mm.
And they're just sitting with a 6-pack, and you can tell that they have not gone to bed.
Whoa, hey, Parker, you want some coffee?
And they're very bleary-eyed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Morning? Is it what time is it?
Yeah, Parker, it's like 8:30. Did you go to bed last night?
I think I just slept here. Did I sleep? I probably.
She just, she just pours a cup of straight black coffee, puts it down in front of you, sits down across from the table and just says, you should drink the whole thing and I'll make you a slice of toast too.
Yeah, they drink it.
Like all in one go, just
Yeah, like all in one go.
America's all right. So wow, I'm not entirely sure how to proceed with this particular monkey in the wrench. Give me a second here, unless Parker has something to start talking about.
Yeah, no. I can take it if you want. Sorry, I tried to give you a heads up earlier on Discord.
I didn't realize this was what you meant. No. All right.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I think that's gonna like jar them awake a bit and be like, so did you sleep good? Are you doing okay? And they're trying to like be more awake and make human conversation.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I slept more than you did, buddy. Do you need to go back for a nap before we head out? Like I was going to go to Station 3 today, but I mean, if
No, I'm good.
and the all the stuff from yesterday? You good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
No. Cool, cool. Hey, you know what? Do you remember back when the ice cream shack was actually a shack? Did you ever go there?
I think once or twice. Was it over on Main?
Yeah, where they just had they shared the building with the laundromat there. Ice cream and laundry, I don't know why, but I mean, oh man, they had this blueberry ice cream. It's cool that the laundromat smelled like waffle cones, right?
Yeah, no, and I think finally being okay with Erica makes them sort of wake up a little bit more. It's like, yeah, it did smell like waffle cones. I I don't think the shack, the truck is gonna be like that anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to replicate those vibes with a truck. Also, I mean, there was the whole I don't know if he's going to want to come back anytime soon. Not that that was not your fault at all. That was that weird ice cream.
Yeah, that should we be concerned that Michael ate a whole thing of it?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I think I'm the only one that hasn't eaten it, but you only had a free sample, so I think we can handle this for them.
I only have one vice. Well, wait, that's not true. I only have two vices and neither of them are ice cream. We're going to be okay.
Yeah, we'll be okay. And they say that with some
Three-
actual
no,
sincere.
three vices, but none of them are ice cream.
Okay, none of them are ice cream.
All right, man. You want to get breakfast before we head out, or are you just good with the toast?
I think they're gonna pour themselves another to-go cup of coffee.
Nice.
Let's go.
Let's go.
It sounds like Erica was one being nostalgic there with the ice cream. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you can each clear one. Erica can clear a second one or take feeling good, which you can
Good.
knock off for advantage later on. And Parker can give us a clue.
Let me think. I'm gonna say that whenever we were at the ice cream shack, they were also giving out promotional pamphlets. And this one was, if you eat so much of the dream, you can win a vacation.
I would just like to remind everyone for posterity that on the show The Good Place, the only frozen dessert available in hell was no fat, no calorie frozen yogurt. So just everyone keep that in mind going.
Awesome. Sweet scenes. Cool. Tell me what you're doing next.
I think that Michael will probably have to stop Erica to get keys for the nice car. So it doesn't have to be long, obviously. Just, I think he'll stop her on her way out. And he'll be like, hey, Erica.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I already cleared it with David? Do you mind if I get the keys to the Lexus?
David said you could drive the Lexus.
Yeah, well, I asked. He obviously wasn't as forthcoming about it as I would hope, but he did give me the go ahead.
Oh. Yeah, okay. Here, she just reaches into her inside of her blazer pocket, just like shove the keys at you, just like holding back tears.
I'll take good care of it. It's all good. I just, come on, you got to drive the Lexus like one time, right? Somebody's got to. Clearly trying to keep it
Yeah.
upbeat.
Yeah, somebody has to. Okay, like you don't want to come out to station 3 then?
Oh, I'm trying to check on this. I got invited to go visit this. I forget which town it's in. Sorry, Mark.
White Spray.
I have to go to White Spray to I got invited up there to tour the that frozen treat place. I think it was some like outreach thing, I don't know if I won something, but they said that. I also figured maybe I could kind of look into the stuff going on with the dream.
Okay, just
David's coming with me, so not going by myself.
yeah, that don't eat anything from the factory, okay? Please.
Okay. Yep. This is a scouting thing. I'm trying to get deep within the heart of the monster here and figure out what's going on.
That does elicit a smile. And she just lets go of the keys and says, he said I could hang on to them until he came back, but well, he just
Well, the
take-
good news is he says if I mess up the car, he will actually come out of the TV and kill me. So you should be able to see him again in case anything bad happens.
You two are such a couple of assholes. That's why we all are friends, right?
Yeah, I'm glad there's some redeeming quality. I'm speaking for me, not about him.
I'm speaking about him too. It takes one to know one.
That's fair.
So yeah, just don't wind up in some kind of weird Willy Wonka situation where they tell you not to eat the stuff and you eat the stuff and then you drown in chocolate, okay?
Yeah. Okay. That's I didn't even think of that. So thank you for putting that in my head. But I'll make sure if some guy comes out with his cane and a top hat that I will not be anywhere near him.
All right. See you later.
I'll see you later. And be careful.
All I need to do is talk real loud and stir up shit. I have got this covered.
I 100% believe you.
Hang on, Parker, I'm coming. And that's, yeah.
Nice. Let's start off with the TV station. It's a short trip. So it's a small town TV station. What, like, for both of you, what about the outside of the building makes it look like only a couple people come in and out of here, like only a few employees coming out of here?
Only a few employees. The employee parking spots reserved for employees only are kind of empty, and the others have signs where, like, it rained recently, but there was clearly no cars blocking the rain.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that they only have like one of those like rolling trash cans. They don't even have like a dumpster. So it's like, okay, well, no one comes in here that much.
Nice. Cool. What's your approach?
Well, here to expose some wrongdoings. I think Erica's first instinct is to kind of try to get around the sides of the building, peeking in some windows, trusty camcorder at the ready.
Mm,
I'll follow along with that.
That's good, because I'll definitely need help reaching the window.
I was gonna say, Parker can give Erica a boost.
yeah. Yeah, it's got those like the industrial like slit windows. Love it, love it. When so Parker's boosting you up to look, and that's when Parker notices someone watching you from the edge of the parking lot. Not like hiding in trees or anything, just kind of on whatever patch of grass, strip of grass over there. It's our friend in the gray suit, just watching and staring.
I think Parker's gonna be startled and kind of like wiggles Erica.
What are you afraid might happen if you drop her?
I am afraid that we're gonna make a commotion and someone's gonna come see.
Awesome. This definitely sounds like a vitality move.
All right, I'm glad I added one.
And you just
Two.
bumped it up.
Yeah. So 2d6 plus 2.
Unless you want to add something.
So 6 plus 2, 8.
See, oh yeah, Whew, that's an 8. Great. So you hang on to Erica. Erica kind of wobbles a little bit, and you have to focus to get a hold of her again. And suddenly you like the smell of cigarette smoke hits you really strongly. Erica, what do you see inside? What room are you looking into?
Ye- We have found a bunch of cubicles. So not a ton visible in that respect, but there is someone moving up and down through all these empty cubicles, pushing a mail cart, which is that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Parker, you hear a voice whispering very close to your ear. It feels like it's coming from behind, and you can smell that cigarette smoke. Refresh our memory about the car crash that you caused.
Okay, so Parker was leaving home. So they were leaving town. And they were driving out into the desert. And almost as soon as they crossed the county line, something happened. And they said it was a car crash.
And the voice says, "We didn't let you leave before, and we're not going to let you leave again." And when that happens, this memory pops back across the county line, and we're driving for a little bit when one of the like big black SUVs like comes right up behind you, and it like flashes its lights and comes up beside you and just runs you off the road. Car goes over, and a couple larger men in gray suits come out. One of them is carrying a body and kind of unceremoniously throws it on the side of the road where you were and goes back to the car. The other one leans down and looks at you, and his face is, it might be a trick of your memory, but it looks like his face is just smooth with sunglasses. And he just sprays you in the face with something, and that's where the memory ends.
I think, oh, go for it.
Oh, and take the condition marked by the whisper.
Oh boy, touched by hunger and marked by whisper.
And you can actually take that memory and make a note of it in your notes or wherever you like, and you can use that as a clue
Okay.
for a mystery. How do you react to that?
I think that Parker is gonna like just put Erica down, like without warning.
Mhm.
Be like, Erica, sorry. Did you? And I think Parker's like looking around trying to find that guy in gray.
Yeah, he's gone.
Did you smell cigarette smoke?
Did I smell cigarette smoke? I'm
Yeah,
asking you.
uh,
character, this
I don't think so.
No.
There was someone just right here. I don't, maybe it was just because I was drinking last night, but I feel like I remember something. And then Parker's gonna explain what they saw.
Who showed you that? Like the only creep I can think of around here who smells like cigarettes all the time is the big man.
No, this wasn't yellow, this was gray.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, I think something's going on.
I think something's going on, and I think he could tell us what it is, but he keeps running away every time he gets too close, and we spot him, and she's just kind of yelling that off over in the parking lot. Like, come on, bro, come on, let's go.
Anyway, and they're trying to like shake it off. Did you see anything in there?
A bunch of empty cubicles and someone pushing a mail cart around them. I think it's time to take a look inside.
Yeah.
Or maybe
again.
or rifle through the trash, whichever comes first. But
I mean, if we go inside, obviously there won't be that many people to stop us. So
that is an excellent point.
Excellent. Cool. I'd like to hop over to Michael and David. Do you want to do anything in the car on the way there, or should we just show up?
Unless he wants something, we can just show up.
I think it's another case just talking about how great the dream is until we arrive.
Excellent. Cool. So this is, I think maybe like White Spray, La Fresca, and Deep Lake make a like rough triangle. I mean, they would have to, but like more a relatively normal looking triangle. So it's kind of like not in the opposite direction. And when you get there, it is it is a very, very small town. And there's basically like one street that has a few boarded up storefronts there. There's litter everywhere. Yeah, you actually there's a little pack of coyotes just kind of standing in the middle of the street when you show up, and they don't move. um, there is one storefront that looks like it's open. Um, but yeah, paint the scene. Many years ago, during the golden age of Hollywood, White Spray was a resort town for the rich and famous. That's all gone now, but you can still see some very faint traces of that time. What is it?
I think the town has one of those like signs of like a large cowboy mascot. Back when the town was used to shoot like westerns. But now it's like all aged and messed up. So it's like panels have peeled from the face, making it look a little bit ghoulish. I think one of the eyes fallen out entirely. Kind of like a zombified Marlboro Man.
And yeah, so I think the one part that sticks out in the town is that there is like a large theater, and the movie posters and stuff that are nearby it are all of those old, like the 60s westerns and stuff like that, the turning of the page in Hollywood kind of thing before the 70s. They're all
Nice.
yellowed and falling off.
Awesome. Yeah, and that is boarded up as well. Cool. So the like basically once you get into that one street, those coyotes are just kind of like staring you down in the road. How would you like to progress?
They clearly don't like the Lexus that much.
It's not like they're like intentionally like glaring at you. They're just like, we are in the road. What?
Michael, honk at them.
Yeah, he'll honk at him. Just kind of like, creeping up a little bit,
Yeah.
get
I
out of
think
my way.
They let you creep pretty close, and then they like just kind of wander off, looking a little bored almost. Like, okay, well, I'll stand over here instead. Cool. So there's a few things of note nearby. There's the one storefront that's open that has a sign, the smoking pole tobacco shop. There is you can see up in the hills there's a one of those like glass and concrete square mansions that's like on a hill, almost like Hollywood style. And a bit of a ways off a side road, there is some sort of warehouse / factory with a bunch of high fences around it.
Do we know if the factory is connected to La Fresca Foods?
Yeah, with very very little looking. You can tell it's the new La Fresca Foods plant.
Like, look,
Well,
that's where we can get the dream.
yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I guess Michael would just go for the warehouse, right? That sounds appropriate.
Nice.
I was gonna say, in the movies, you always stop by the one place that's open and the old person's in there talking about doomsday and stuff like that. So
We can do that first.
yeah, I'm down just to go to the factory though. I mean,
Awesome.
he's just as excited as David is.
Cool. Yeah, when you get to the factories, there are unusually high fences, like not just the regular kind of like 9-ish feet. They look like they are like kind of like prison fences. Like they've got the slanted part at the top with the razor wire, probably 20-30 feet tall. And yeah, and that fence goes all the way around the plant. There's a front gate area, but it is locked.
Is there like an intercom thing or anything like that?
Yeah, let's say there is.
Yeah, if there's like no guard posted up, then he will probably he thinks he's supposed to be here. So
Mhm.
he'll press the button and be like, yeah, I was invited here to come and see the product and then he'll like drop the name of the influencer name for the brand, stuff like that.
Excellent. Yeah, I think when you when you buzz, it takes like you're almost ready to give up. It takes a little bit too long. Give it a buzz again, and you're like, okay, I guess there's no one there, and that's when it kind of crackles to life, and you just hear a voice say name.
Michael. I'm just assuming I gave them my actual name to check in.
Yeah.
And then I'll also say awkwardly whatever screen name I have that I've never thought about.
Hold, please. It's a little bit too long again. Come back. Michael Toomey.
Yeah, he pauses because he doesn't remember if he ever gave his last name.
Mhm.
But yep, that's the one.
There's another little bit too long pause, and then you hear the gate buzz. Please enter.
Yeah, let's go.
And the gates are like the automatic ones that kind of open slowly like that. What about this place, getting a closer look at it, and both of you can answer, makes you think that the whoever works here is trying to hide something besides the giant fence?
Think as we approach, we're followed around by drones in the sky.
Nice.
Yeah, helicopter ones just following us. You can see that cameras recording us.
I think that going in, there's a lot of like there's extra gates to go through. There's the big giant one, and there's another checkpoint, and another checkpoint, and another checkpoint.
Nice.
And I have to like keep having the same damn conversation all the way through that I have to wait really long for.
Yeah. It's summer. It's hot. It's really, really uncomfortable. You could really use a frozen treat at this point. And as you get closer in, like the final gate, you can see there are actually workers here, doing stuff, loading trucks, moving boxes. They are all the ones that you can see are wearing what looks like a full biohazard suit getup. They're branded with La Fresca Foods, but they have like the thick black gloves and the breathers. And then the final gate opens up.
Oh, well, that's ominous. I guess it's for hygiene purposes, probably. And yeah, if there's I'm going to guess the reception area of this place is not as he's used to, but he'll look for it nonetheless.
I think there is a small reception area. It is actually it is strangely well designed for what this place actually is. There's actually, when you go in, there's a very short hallway, and then the reception area is this. It looks like they took like a what do they call, like a almost like a water tower and cut it in half. There's like this big steel semicircle, and there's just a little kiosk with a screen. And it has 2004 era UI, and it just has a little thing that says enter what's the word I'm trying to think of. Basically, it's like it wants you to enter the name of the person who sent you.
Oh, okay.
Sponsor, enter sponsor. Yeah.
Enter sponsor. I think that this would be a good time to use my new move that I got.
Woohoo!
Called Sight Beyond Sight. Whether you call it premonitions, understanding omens, or just plain old having a hunch, you are able to glimpse a little into the future. The first time you enter a location, you can ask the keeper what is about to happen. They will answer truthfully, though not necessarily completely. If you have marked the sandstone arch, which I have,
you
you
have.
can also ask, why is it about to happen? And the keeper will answer the same.
Mm.
So what is about to happen and why is it about to happen?
Let's see. So what is about to happen is you are about to be greeted and treated to some complimentary dream. Why it's going to happen, I think you are going to be part of a focus group.
That is perfect. Yeah, he'll enter his sponsor's username and just kind of feel he knows David's like around,
Mhm.
but he starts feeling a little bit uneasy about David not being around.
David could probably pop up on this screen if you wanted to, but you'd be like on a Windows XP desktop little thing.
I think I'm gonna peel away from Michael, leave him in a lurch to go and try to find the factory floor where they make the dream.
Ooh, bold assumption.
They dig it out of the ground. It's actually like some kind of sentient being they're feeding off of, straight Cthulhu-esque stuff.
That's what it was in that movie, but we'll find out. Yeah, that's not going to be answered until we answer some questions. Cool. So you're kind of the CCTV security system and whatnot is not connected to the outside, and it's your experience of it is almost like you're crawling through one of those like a not a service pipe, but when they like a 4 foot wide like pipeline basically. It's all like very shiny new steel looking. There's not any, you don't feel any like ridges or rivets or anything, but there are occasionally turnoffs where it's like, oh, like you can see, and it kind of like looks like the reception area. There's like a little pod almost, and you can like look through a camera there. Let me see something here. I think I'd like you to roll a meddling move to see if you can find something interesting here.
It's me.
What do you feel like this would be a roll with?
I think I'm mostly guided by whatever psychic frequency or whatever the dream operates on, kind of like a bloodhound, especially after
Sensitivity.
Yeah.
Awesome.
+2.
Cool. Let's do that. You can add an item if you would like.
I'm good.
Hey, 11. Great. Cool. So you are gonna find a clue, and that clue is perfect. Ooh. Yeah. I think what you see is, yeah, I'm gonna make this one. What you do see on what you can only assume is like the quote unquote factory floor. There are more of these people in the full hazmat suits, and they are pushing around like these metal steel carts that have the big carboy, I guess maybe, or like a big like water cooler jugs, a little bit bigger, and the floor is basically it's a large white room, factory warehouse sized, and there are steel columns or what you assume might look like pipes that are all emblazoned with the it's not the La Fresca Foods logo, but it's you recognize it. You probably saw in your research at some point. This is the Morgenstern family. Originally had oil. That's how they made their money initially. And these are all pipes emblazoned with that logo, and they just run floor to ceiling. And there's like these, shiny steel kind of rings around them, supported by tubes that go into them. And there are workers. Got an 11. At first, you look and it seems like they're just kind of like dispensing the dream into these big plastic containers that are then wheeled off somewhere to be packaged more uh, discreetly. Discrete as in more smaller pieces. You could swear that although these, and it's hard to tell because the security camera is not perfect. It almost seems like they aren't, like sometimes they pull and it maybe they're just polishing the pipes, but it seems like they're kind of like stroking these pipes or milking them almost, although they're like steel pipes. But then after doing that a little while, they'll pull it again and it flows freely. That's pretty much what you see. The clue, the actual clue is going to be here. The actual clue is evidence that the Morgenstern's family original fortune was made in oil. Cool. I think I'll leave that there. We'll come back to Michael. So, oh, actually, it's top of the hour. Let's take 5, and we'll come back and see what's up at the station. Cool.
See, these are my normal glasses, but when I like can see the screen in my own eyes, it's really throwing me off.
Sorry, what?
I said I had like a normal pair of glasses, but they're so reflective that I can see like my entire computer screen back in them, and it kind of throws me off because I always glance up at myself.
Are the clear frames not your normal glasses? I'm so confused.
Oh yeah, I have two pairs. This is what I usually wear when I'm on the computer, though. Are these ones?
Less reflective ones. All right, back at channel 3.
Channel
Uh,
3.
Channel 3. So do you want to, did you want to poke around outside, or do you want to go back in, or go in for the first time?
I think I want to go in. How does
Yeah.
Erica feel about that?
I mean, I'd like to do a quick roll just to rifle through the trash bin for any further incriminating evidence, but otherwise go right in.
I don't think there's anything interesting in the trash bin. I think it is it's not even like shredded stuff. It is like takeout boxes, pizza boxes, which should not be in there. There's not scripts, but like basically like transcripts of previous newscasts, which is like the weather, traffic, whatever parade is happening. Yeah, it's not only like not interesting, but it's a little bit sad.
Okay. I don't think at this point Erica feels any sadness for people who are propagating the whisper, but we'll roll with not interesting. I think before they head in, for safety plus, seeing as how she doesn't have, I don't think, her actual deputized identification yet.
Oh yeah.
She's just gonna, we're just gonna call Bill, just be like, hey, just leave the line open in case anything happens. Because these people
yeah.
are
yeah, he's like, okay. What time of day is it right now?
I don't know, how far away is the station?
Not far at all. Like early afternoon, like before noon, like 11 or so, give or take.
It's definitely before noon.
Yeah.
Like probably even just 10.
Cool. Yeah. Bill's just like, okay, I'll put it on speaker. Leave it here.
Yeah,
You can hear it sounds like cooking noises, but it's hard to tell.
The classic Erica 2-line, this doesn't make any sense explanation. Blow the whole lid off this operation. I'm ready to head inside.
Yeah. So so there's a front door, and there's a little side door by the trash can. If you try the front door, it is just open. And in fact, it opens almost directly onto that cubicle farm that you saw. It's like a community garden, more like it's maybe 8 cubicles, not so much a farm. And there's no one there. There are a few PCs on the desks. Everything looks a little dusty. Some of the cubicles don't have chairs in them. But you do hear some motion, some activity from down a hall. It's pretty nondescript looking. It's all the sort of white drywall, just barely painted.
Do any of the cubes have nameplates on them?
Yeah, they do, but they're just a bunch of random names you don't recognize, and I'm not going to make up. Yeah, no one recognizable.
I've yeah, Erica's just got, she's got the camcorder rolling through the sweeping back and forth, giving a narration somewhere halfway between like the kids and the Lost Boys combined with Blair Witch Project. I know, just like the super serious, whatever. Gonna start creeping forward and just be like, stay low. We want to get the jump on them.
Stay low is a hard task for Parker, so they're just like really squat.
Yeah, interesting. What are you afraid you might find in the back rooms of this place?
Is that a question for both, or
If Eric is leading the way, let's have it for you.
in the back rooms? Hmm. This is actually a tough one. What she is actually afraid she'll find, because there's lots of expectations, but fear. I'm afraid she'll find that someone else has gotten there first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
For example, the man in the gray suit.
This is still a day move, so I think we're not going to do it worse than that. I think because of the sort of creepiness, I think it's going to be composure.
All right.
And you can use feeling good or an item.
Yeah, it makes sense to use feeling good. I'm here with Parker. They'll keep me safe. Everything's fine. We're all fine. We got our friends here. Let's go. Right. This is going to be a +1. So that's a total of 9.
That's 9. Yeah, cool. So you know, it's a little creepy, but it's not bad. You do find what is so there are a few occupied rooms. There's one that's kind of like a side office with 2 desks, and in that room there is a kind of middle-aged woman at a desk, and the person pushing the cart, who is older man, hard to tell exactly how old. He is pushing that mail cart, and on the mail cart is our lunch orders. She got a sandwich from what's a Deep Lake sandwich place? Cool name.
A what?
From what? I had a great name for a sandwich shop and I just lost it. I don't remember. But Bobby's sandwiches, something just local and pretty good actually. And there are a couple more bags on the cart, and when you come around the corner and look in the room, they just kind of look up at you. You do smell faint smell of cigarette smoke. It doesn't seem to be coming from anyone here. And the lady at the desk just kind of like swivels around and says, "Oh, can I help you?"
Yeah. I've got my, she'll see the camcorder pointed right at her.
Yeah.
So, Erica Schrader, Deep Lake Police Department. And my colleague and I are here to shut down this whole social engineering experiment you've been playing on Deep Lake for God only knows how long.
Did Bill send you? Is this? I don't understand.
Bill deputized me yesterday. If by Bill you
Oh.
mean Sheriff Hanscom.
Yeah, we've talked with him quite a bit since he moved here. Such a nice guy.
Well, we're not here today to talk about Bill, are we?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just here to order more paper towels, and I'm the office manager.
I think
Lacey, I'm sorry.
yeah, I just start pulling out a bunch of the evidence. You're just kind of running through it like, oh, and what about this? These listing devices we found over in the old widow's house in Playa Morada, and these weird journals, and we know what's happening here.
And I'm sorry. You have what exactly are we supposed to be doing?
Where's your broadcast center? Who's broadcasting right now?
Right now it is. I think it's Cooking with Dawn. It's taped. She's not in the studio. I can.
Where's your programming manager? Actually, no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's talk to them and let's see those tapes.
Yeah, of course. Just leave it here and I'll come back. And the old guy just like shrugs and starts pushing the cart down the hall again. And she brings you down the hall, and you walk and you turn a corner, you walk and you turn another corner, and you walk and you turn another corner. And she's kind of like cheerfully chattering. Yes, Gordon's down this way. He seems to really enjoy what he does. He's been here longer than I have. And she was kind of like making chatter about, oh yeah, like the show is on, and I can't wait for the season premiere of whatever's happening.
How long's Gordon been here?
Oh, I mean, since before I was here, and I started here about 15 years ago, I think. So, it doesn't seem like, well, at least 15 years. Seems kind of spry for, well, I mean, I shouldn't be gossiping about my coworkers.
Oh, no, I think you should, because this is evidence in a criminal investigation, and I'm still
Oh.
pointing up the camcorder.
Who's gonna see this?
The sheriff, the feds, whoever needs to. This is at the very least a gross FCC violation, if nothing else.
Fantastic. I'm trying to remember something that like a secret of Erica's that she could bring up. I'm drawing a blank.
Are you thinking of something particular, or
No,
the
just something from Erica's past that no one else really knows about.
this woman might know something about her grandmother. Erica's grandmother's name was
Oh,
Harry
I
Corcoran. That's a good name.
that's
Harry
great. I have something even better, I think.
Okay.
And she's kind of chatting cheerfully, and she like feigns embarrassment for a little bit and looks into the camera and says, actually, I've always had a little crush on Gordon. I know on Gordon, the program director. I hope he doesn't see this, but I mean, you know what that's like. Even when you were having a little fling with your friend, you still had a thing for Bill, didn't you?
I'm sorry, who's been gossiping with who now? I don't care what's around the water cooler. It's not like he doesn't know it.
I'm sorry, what?
You how'd you come to hear that? Just out of curiosity. I mean, I'm not here to deny it, but how did you hear about it? You're exactly a little outside of my immediate circle,
Hear about what?
Mhm.
And the smell is, the cigarette smell is a little bit stronger now.
About the details of my personal life.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say something wrong?
What was her name again?
Lacey.
Lacey, do you sometimes feel really angry, or for lack of a better way of putting it, tawdry, and you don't know why?
Oh, I certainly do. This place, I mean, it looks a little rundown, and it is, but I'm working here by myself. And those boys, well, they keep me busy. And sometimes I just want to and she reaches into her, like she's wearing like a, not like a pantsuit, but she's just like wearing a business casual, and she reaches into the pocket of her khakis and pulls out a cleaver that looks like too big to have been in her pocket. And when she says like, oh, I just wish I could, and then like slams it into the wall, like, and leaves it there.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Uh, ah, this is the point where Erica starts backing away. Lacey, hey, why don't you I think we can find our way down to Gordon's office from here. Why don't you go back and have your sandwich, huh? Everyone, you know, deserves their legal full lunch break.
Don't you ever feel like that?
Uh,
Either of
ever
you?
Like attacking people with cleavers?
Like someone's just pushed you too far. And you can see
I
like the like she's getting like red in the face and like a little veiny on the
Yeah,
temples.
I think Parker's gonna interrupt and be like, yeah, and you just want to do something about it.
Yeah.
I think
What?
Parker's gonna try to reach out and pull the cleaver from the wall.
Nice. What are you afraid might happen to you when you take possession of that weapon?
I think that the next time Parker gets upset, they will not think and immediately just go for attack mode.
We're in that move territory now, so it's going to be worse than that. I think when you get the cleaver in hand, you will feel an immediate rush of rage and feel a need to act on it.
Okay.
This is going to be a sensitivity roll.
Okay. Okay. I think I have a 1. Yeah. Ooh, 4 + 1. 5.
5, yeah. Yeah, so you pull it out and you like everything goes red. And Lacey is right in front of you. Double check. Great. Cool. Yeah, and Lacey's right in front of you, and you are just furious that she's kind of like not only giving me the runaround, but kind of acting so chipper about it. And you put that cleaver right between her eyes, split her skull, and blood sprays on both. You can turn a key if you like, or we can deal with that.
I think I'd like to turn a key.
Okay.
I'm gonna do flashback to when you realized childhood wasn't forever. So whenever I'm gonna fudge the childhood part a little bit. But whenever Parker was in prison, they knew that it wasn't their fault and no one would believe them. So I imagine that they would get into a lot of like fights, especially with like the guards and stuff of like, I'm not supposed to be here. And I imagine that after a particularly brutal bout with some security guards, you would see Parker at like this phone, like not the phones where you talk to another person, but just the pay phones.
Mhm.
And you see a much younger Parker with like a black eye and their arms in a sling. and they're talking to their mom, and their mom is like, oh, like, Parker, the school called. College isn't going to carry on your scholarship for 5 years. And your dad says they're not coming to visit. So I'll see when I can make it out there. And Parker's like, yeah, okay, I understand. Thanks for calling college for me. I love you. And I think that was the first time his mom didn't respond to I love you. And you just see them hang up the phone.
Nice. So you grab the cleaver and you're holding it, and you do feel like a rush of anger, but you're able to, like, it's just like, oh, I'm real angry about something. Wonder what's up with that. And Lacey kind of looks like she's back to normal, and just like looks at you and says, are you okay, dear? And you look back and there's nothing in your hand, and you're just kind of leaning up against the wall with one hand.
Yeah, sorry, I don't spread this gossip around, but I had too much to drink last night.
Oh, I know what that's like.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, you get back to your sandwich.
Oh,
Well, we can find our way.
oh, I'm sure. Yeah, it just there, and just follow the hallway down to the production room. And
Thank you.
just give Lacey a holler anytime you need something. Let me know if they're out of toilet paper again. And she kind of wanders off. And as you watch her wander off, you realize that you've been walking around in these hallways for a little bit too long. Almost like the office that you have explored. There's no way it could have fit in the building that you saw. Let's pop back to La Fresca Foods. All right, so Michael, after again a little bit of an uncomfortable wait, there are no chairs in the waiting area. One of the side doors opens up, and there is a very tidy looking young man who is, a little bit more dressed up than is appropriate for an office, maybe, but looks very much at ease. Has like a waistcoat on, and some like very academic looking glasses. And it says, Mr. Toomey, I presume.
And yeah, he's probably not paying attention when somebody walks out.
Mhm.
He's like poking around, just looking, messing with stuff, because he's been waiting a while. And he kind of like sits up. He's like, oh, yes. And he'll reach his hand out.
Of course. My name is Stuart, and I understand you've been promised something a little special by one of our representatives. Very exciting.
Oh, I've been thinking about it for 2 days.
Of course. So it's my understanding that you have tried our white flavor.
That is right.
Fantastic. Well, as part of accepting this deal, I'm sure you scrolled down and saw that there's an NDA that was agreed to by your entering your information in on the kiosk. This is very exciting news. Our trial of white in La Fresca and surrounding areas has gone fantastically, and we would like to invite you to try our new flavor.
But yeah, he
Pink.
kind of looks around. Pink. It's great. Yeah. How soon is this like a group thing? Am I the only one here?
There is a select trial group, but the interviews are conducted individually.
Ah. Well, show me where to go.
please follow me. And he turns around and leads you into the, so there's, the front of the factory is kind of like an officey type of area. And it's not about, I think it leads you into a room, and it's just a small room with a steel table that is like embedded in the wall, and 2 chairs on either side. And he gestures for you to sit down. And he says, "I'll be just a moment," and walks out. It is extraordinarily clean. There is a mirror lining one wall, and a camera, or 2 cameras, one facing the door and one facing you. Is there anything you'd like to do before he returns?
Yeah, I think he feels really alone, as if he already didn't. So he kind of just looks up at the cameras and just hopes that David is watching him, and kind of like he's not going to do the stereotypical thing of like going to the 2-way and looking through it or anything like that.
Oh.
I think he'll probably sit pretty patiently, just a little uncomfortable.
Great. And this is a less uncomfortably long wait. And Stuart returns with a steel like cafeteria tray that has 3 pint containers, white ones, with the covers off. There is one that is white, one that is pink, and one that is empty. And he sits down and takes out not a tablet, I guess he takes out a clipboard and asks you a few informational questions, name, date of birth, things that will be, I assure you these will be anonymized. They're just aggregated into our data. And he says, when did you first consume the dream?
2 days ago. It was really hard to get my hands on.
Yes, I understand. There, Deep Lake, we're still making inroads there, but I'm glad you were able to catch some of our special promotions. And how much Dream have you consumed since then?
Yeah, he kind of pauses for a bit. It's like, I just had 1 serving.
Fascinating. And how are the cravings?
The what?
Cravings for more Dream.
I mean, they're okay. I would like some more.
On a scale from 1 to 5, where 1 means that you don't think about the dream at all, and 5 meaning it consumes your every waking thought, where would you say you fall? And as he asks this, the white almost seems to like stretch towards you a little bit, as if like surface tension is attracted to static electricity, kind of.
Okay. Yeah, he glances down and I think he sits and stares at it for a minute, like at the dream itself.
Mm-hmm.
And then he doesn't take his eyes off it, and he says, 4.
Would you like to try the white?
What's the empty one for? Is that a special flavor that I can't even see? Very 0 calorie.
Yes, very 0 calorie indeed. Would you like to try the white?
So I'm going to make a roll here, because I remember you telling me that if I ever want to not eat it, I have to roll for it. Yeah,
Yep.
because he wants to try the pink one first, and this guy seems pretty insistent on the white one. So how does that roll work again?
So it will be it will be I think it'll be a day move for this one. So you're just rolling a day move, probably with composure, I would say.
Okay. 2d6. I will add the 2.
Oh, and so what are you afraid will happen to you when you eat more?
I think my 4 will move to a 5
Excellent.
on the thought process.
Nice.
So I'll add the 2 after the roll. So 8.
That's an 8. So you are able to resist.
It's more so that he just wants to try the other one. He doesn't want to go
Yeah.
in this guy's order.
And Stuart just says, this is to establish a baseline. And the white actually overflows out of the pint and almost like creeping towards you like the steak in Poltergeist.
Oh, very nice. I think that will like when it comes out, he'll kind of like sit back a little bit and look up to Stuart. Maybe like, well, it's all over the
He's
table.
just
man.
watching you patiently.
I think that he grabs the spoon and he goes to eat the pink one.
Great. Stuart looks concerned and makes a few more notes on his clipboard, and then says, please.
Yeah, sure. Let's eat pink flavor.
Great. Which key would you like to turn?
I would love to turn the Wandering Monolith.
Awesome. So you can now seek out the big man. Great. So this still has the sickly sweet, incredibly like brain meltingly delicious flavor of the white, like marshmallow fluff, but like marshmallow fluff mixed up with cotton candy kind of. But there is a and it takes a while to come out because it's kind of overwhelmed by the sweetness, but and it's almost like your brain is tricking your taste buds a little bit because you're expecting like, oh, this is going to be strawberry or raspberry or cherry or passion fruit or something, and the taste that kind of comes after the sweetness rolls away a little bit is more like earthy, more almost metallic, just a tiny little bit. It's more hearty, kind of, almost like someone like put a dollop of gravy in it almost. Still very delicious, but just kind of like that savory. Savory is the word I'm looking for.
Okay. Yeah, he aerates it for a while. I think he sits there and kind of chews on it for too long.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll put the spoon in the empty pint, and he will talk about how good it is. and he says the aftertaste is interesting. Is that like is it just called pink? Do you guys have a name? I know you call the other one just white.
Just pink.
Just pink. Yeah, and
You're
then
one
he'll
of the
kind of
first
sit
to
back.
try this.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that NDA was worth signing. It was very delicious.
Any specific notes you would like to give us about it? Anything that it makes you feel?
I don't know. I mean, it's the aftertaste is, it's not really, I'm not too into the aftertaste, but as I'm eating it, I get the original flavor quite a bit. This one has some, it feels heavier, deeper on the end.
And please describe your cravings now. And I think on top of your desperate craving for the dream, you're almost like hungry for again, like a steak, like you'd like a thick steak probably, and it like that would be your main course, and then plenty of cream afterwards.
Well, it was great, but I want something a little bit more filling. It feels like this is the
Mm,
after meal, like the dessert. You
course.
understand?
Well, I shouldn't be telling you this, but our research and development department. It's very exciting. The 0-calorie frozen dessert is only the beginning. And he kind of looks at the mirror for a second, pauses, and then nods. By the end of the year, we will be test flighting prepackaged meals made from the dream.
Oh, like a TV dinner situation.
Exactly.
Oh,
0
wow.
calorie, completely vegan, gluten-free. And
Whole
intensely
dinners.
satisfying.
Yeah, and then he sits back and he's like, "Oh man, I wish David was here. David would would love this." And the guy has no clue who the hell he's talking about. Yeah, so that's an R&D. So you're telling me I'm not going to eat that today?
Oh no, that's
Hmm.
nowhere near ready. And as he's been talking to you, the white has actually like he's resting his hands on the table, and the white has kind of like moved and it's crawling up his sleeve. It's crawling up the arm inside the sleeve, and eventually just kind of disappears up there.
Well, that is terrifying.
You're
Yeah,
already terrified. I think.
well, I lost terrified. You saw
Oh,
to
yeah.
see, but now I am terrified yet again.
Yeah.
He'll comment on that. But you looks like you dropped something. Well, it's gone, but you had some dream on you there.
Oh yes, it
On your
does tend
arm.
to get in unexpected places.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your information. I will leave you here. If there are any discrete functions you would like to take care of, and he picks up the white and the pink cartons and nest them within each other in the tray, and he leaves the empty carton on the table. It says, the door is open. You can make your way out, and please. Any motions to the mirror again? And a little door opens up on the side of the table, and another tray comes out with 6 pints of white. Please take these back to Deep Lake and share with your friends. You've been very helpful. And just kind of slides the empty carton towards you and turns and leaves.
Okay. So how am I supposed to transport these things? Oh, all right. Anyway,
You can take the tray if you want to. It's a little
Yeah.
carrying thing.
So as I exit, is it like a hallway? I assume.
Yeah, it's the same way you came in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just kind of looking for a place to snoop about. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's very
You made it sound pretty
sterile.
clinical.
Yeah. There is a white and steel hallway and a few doors coming off of it, and they all look the same as the one that you went into, and they're all locked.
Yeah, I think he'll go back to the check-in spot
Mhm.
and look towards the monitor and just like get close to it. David, are you there? Hello? I don't know how this works.
I think I went deeper into the facility.
Nice.
Yeah, so he's just like looking around. If they don't kind of like, if Stuart doesn't follow him all the way out, he might try to poke around from the lobby area just to see if there's anything interesting he can find.
Yeah, from the lobby area, it's really, there's not a lot to find. I would like you to take a condition, however, and that condition is ravenous.
Can't wait to start eating people.
Can't start.
That was the assumption, but
Yeah. David, are you so you're going deeper into where are you trying to get to?
I think try to find where those pipes or shafts lead to,
Hmm.
the ones that were in the factory floor that they were stroking mysteriously.
Yeah. The interesting thing is, as you poke around the camera system, it seems like all the cameras are on the ground floor and kind of like flipping around as fast as you can. You do see a door that a suited up worker goes through, and there's really nothing of interest besides what you already saw and normal office stuff. But when that door opens and they go in, you can see there is a stairway inside it, and then the door closes again.
Is there a break room or anything here for the workers?
There's a what?
A break room or anything like that? A cantina?
Not that you see.
I think I will go back and make contact with Michael.
Oh, and if it was not clear, Stuart was not wearing a biohazard suit.
I've dealt with people like Stuart before. I get it.
Hey,
And yeah, he kind of looks up, he runs back to the old check-in thing, and he's like, "Oh, there you are."
where are you? How was it tasting? How did it taste like?
It tasted really fucking good.
Nice. You got more?
It kind of, yeah. Oh yeah, I have a bunch more. I wish
yeah.
you weren't in the computer, but
Oh,
it
tell me.
I don't know. It tastes. It was like a steak. Like it gives you that savory taste.
Oh my
They
God, that
They
sounds
gave me
amazing.
pink dream.
Wow. A new flavor?
Yeah, and they said they're. And he like looks around. Well, not that anybody would think it's anything more than weird that he's talking to the screen anyway. But they said that they're making whole 0-calorie TV dinners that are supposed to come out later this year.
Oh my. Wait. Okay, we need to focus. Focus. Fucking cool. We have to focus here. Look, there's a staircase that leads to the lower levels. I think there's something down there, but there's no cameras. I need you to go check it out.
Yeah, if he can, he'll kind of follow David's instructions on the direction to go if he can get there from where he is.
Yeah, I think that the doorway that led to the stairs is closer adjacent to the factory floor and behind several like locked areas. So it would be difficult, but not impossible to get to.
Can I use the camera network to kind of give him like instructions on, okay, hold it this hallway, go here, like in the Matrix when Neo's going through the office?
Yeah, you would definitely need to be able to bypass some locked doors to get there though. If you want to do that, which you can if you like.
Okay, so there's two ideas. Either try to delve deeper into this dungeon, or two, we go check out that big ass house on the hill. It seemed like the only other spot of any note in this place. I assume it has something to do with this place. I've only seen the La Fresca logo, but I know there's a little bit more going on than that.
I vote for dungeon crawl, but it's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, we could try to get through some locked doors. It can't be that hard.
Awesome. Before we do that, let's jump back to Erica and Parker. Where did we leave you? In the infinite hallways of Station 3. That's right.
Yeah.
Cool. Lacey has toddled off. Yeah, and the impression you get is it's a little bit backroomsy. It's normal, kind of crappy looking office halls, and you can wander for a bit, and it's not that they are identical, but they're similar enough that it's really disorienting. There's no like weird architecture or anything. It's just if you saw what was it, Severance, kind of like that office, just like a long hallway and then it turns and then turn again and there's oh yeah, very very difficult to be oriented in. What would you like to do?
Is this a hallway with doors on the sides?
Yeah.
Okay.
And most of them, when you check them, lead to kind of nondescript offices.
Okay.
Very, very much like Lacey's. I think I'd like to put a night move question to y'all. Who would like to do this one?
I can take it.
Cool. What are you afraid might happen if you can't find your way out of this?
I'm afraid that I want to say that we're going to forget that we don't work here and just become assimilated to the
Oh,
office.
wow. Yeah. That's really good.
That's really good.
It is worse than that, however. And it is worse than that because you work here. I mean, I think the worse than that is you will wind up broadcasting your secrets via the whisper.
Mhm.
Okay.
And again, this is going to be sensitivity, I think.
Okay. So just 2d6 plus 1.
Yep, unless you want to use an item.
Let me see what I have. I think I want to use I guess the Rappaport's photo album, because that had a bunch of like creepy pictures in it.
Yeah.
So I think I want to think about like, okay, like this is a creepy place, but I'm used to looking at creepy places, something like that. So
Love it. Great. Perfect.
all right, so
So 3 dice, top 2 plus 1.
36. All right,
That
so
is a
6
7,
plus
yeah.
1, 7. Yep.
Good thing we had that photo album. Great. Yeah, so you try to you start getting your bearings. This is definitely too big to fit in the building. It's hard to get a sense for what the scale is. But eventually you do go down a hallway that dead ends in a white door that just says production on it.
If I press my ear against the door, can I hear anything?
You hear like a whirring, and if you listen for more than a moment, you can it sounds like a tape being rewound and played, like someone messing with a tape deck.
Just turn to Parker and say, I always wanted to like kick a door down.
Yeah, do it. This is the perfect moment for you to kick a door down.
Yeah, I want to do the whole, plucky girl reporter with her camcorder kicking a door in thing.
Yeah, there's no rule for that. You just kick the door in, and it is it's not spacious, but it's not cramped. It's like it's like a rectangular room. The door is kind of over here, and there's basically like a editing bay along one of the long walls, and there is a man sitting there poring over one of the screens. He's kind of tall-ish and skinny-ish, not freakishly, but relatively. And he is dressed. It's almost like patchwork. It's he's got like nice pants and a nice suit jacket, but it's all like weird patchy colors sewn together. And he has like a long like Billy Goat beard, and his hair is short, but kind of looking at him like he looks like the kind of guy that would the kind of white guy that would wear dreads at Burning Man or whatever, that only had been shaved off. That's like kind of the vibe you get from him. And when you kick in the door, he like jumps and like stands up. And he's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
No,
like-
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Just for like a cassette tape or something. He's like, I don't.
Gordon,
Yeah. Who are
what?
you?
I'm sorry, who am I?
Yeah, who you just kicked in my door? And like kind of like not menacingly like I'm gonna hit you with this videotape, but
You're talking to a
I'm-
deputy.
Yes, first off, yes, I am a deputy of the Deep Lake Police Department. Second of all,
Carla?
I'm the person whose house you've been sticking this signal in for the last 40 years.
And his face kind of goes serious.
I think you knew my grandma.
Did you give her a name?
Yeah, her name's Harriet Corcoran.
Yeah, and he kind of cocks his head a little bit
Once, anyways.
and looks at you. It's almost like he's listening to you. It's Harriet.
Yeah, Harriet.
So
So what? It's time to shut this operation down. You know what? I don't even care why you're here. I really don't. But you're stopping it. That's not negotiable, Gordon.
and he goes from serious to scared. He just said, I'm sorry, I can't.
Oh no, I think you can. It's really not hard to stop broadcasting a signal.
You'd be surprised.
Enlighten me, Gordon. You destroyed my life from top to bottom from before I was born. So please tell me how hard it is to stop broadcasting. I want to hear all about it.
Why do you think I'm here?
You tell me, Gordon. Why do I think you're here?
They get the signal isn't just a broadcast. You know that, right?
I know it comes further than Channel 3. So again, please keep going.
Look, you're here. You hear about the old woman.
Which one, Gordon?
Yeah, we know all about
Mahogany
Playa Morado.
Place.
Yeah.
That was. I tried to warn them. They've dialed it back a little bit since then, but I'm still afraid there's going to be another break again. I don't know where, but that place is a powder keg, and I've convinced them to.
Who's
I'm
they?
sorry.
Yeah, we're not playing the pronoun games here.
Look into the camera here and tell me who they are.
What are you afraid he might reveal about you?
About me personally?
Yeah.
Hold up, let me take a look, see at something. All right, it's not actually a line on this tab, but anyone exit if needed. I'm afraid that he will, Erica's afraid he will reveal that she has been in inpatient treatment for mental health in the past.
It's worse than that.
Hmm.
He will not only reveal it to you, but everyone in range of the broadcast will know it.
That was the assumption, yeah.
Okay, cool. I think this is either sensitivity or composure. Let's go for composure. How about that?
Composure. All right, well, just trying to decide if I want to use a move or an item here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't come up with a good reason for, actually I can. We're gonna use the camcorder that would miraculously, futz up the tape a little bit when Gordon talks too much.
Nice.
All right, so that's going to be a 3d6 plus 1. See what the score is.
That is a 10.
That's a
Nice.
10. Or, I guess we could say in that case, he's afraid of the camcorder. I don't know.
Yeah. I think actually he goes to start, like you can tell from the shape of his mouth he's about to say that. But instead he starts like uncontrollably spilling his own stuff. Like he's been here for maybe 40 years, and he looks like he's in his mid-20s. He had a family that he left. He left his family to pursue another relationship, and that turned out to be very bad. He came to Deep Lake from Santa Fe. He starts spilling like things he did in grade school, parking tickets, and he was just looking horrified that he can't stop doing this. And as he's still just like babbling all the things that he doesn't want people to know, he picks up the rolly chair. Like he's not a strong guy, but he like lifts it up and just starts bashing on the console with it, just smashing the editing bay and the tapes in it, and like it's a mess. He is just going apeshit on this, and one last stomp in like a little shower of sparks dramatically, and he stops, and then he looks up at you, really surprised looking. He's like, "Oh no, Ellie, get out!" And then it looks like the left side of his face just goes numb and he collapses.
What the fuck? Is he dead?
Yeah. Or he's in, and You
That-
don't
that's-
know.
That's
You
in
don't
question
know
there.
an. You don't know an Ellie.
In character question. No, I
Yeah.
do not. Parker, is he dead?
And Parker's just gonna
there's-
try to like feel for a
There's
pulse.
no pulse.
Yeah,
There's a little trail of blood out his nose.
yep, there's another dead person here.
Quick search for an earpiece before we run.
You don't find an earpiece, but you do find a little scar above his ear.
He's real skinny, right?
Yeah. And
Parker.
as you're sitting
Gordon.
there, kind of like poking and prodding him, it seems like he's aging. Like whatever years he's spent here are catching up to him.
We need to take him with us.
Yeah, okay, and so Parker's gonna like fireman carry this
You-
reverse engineering buttoning guy.
and as you're like, it's as the yelling and the smashing and stuff has calmed down, Erica, you just hear a small voice saying, "What's going on? Is everything okay?" Erica,
Where am
what's
I hearing?
happening?
Oh, your phone.
From
Oh,
your
my
phone.
No, everything is not okay. Things are very not good at the station.
What happened to the guy that was yelling?
Parker's gonna yell like he died. There's another dead body here.
He dropped down dead. There is something that's been cut into his head. We're coming out now.
Oh, coming out from, okay.
Well,
You-
we're trying to. This place is like a maze. Parker, get Gordon. Let's go.
Yeah, so I guess we book it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you leave, it looks different. The room that you were in, there's just a, maybe like a 40-foot hallway straight shot from that room to the cubicles to the front door.
Huh. Does the door lead outside?
The door leads outside. Yeah.
Is Lacey still there? Eating her sandwich, I guess.
No, and in fact, her office is not there either.
Okay. Is the guy pushing that little cart? Do we pass him?
Nope, he is also gone. But I do believe this resolves the mystery.
How do we
You-
know we're actually outside?
I guess we just sort of hope. I guess if Bill shows up.
I guess so. Okay.
Parker's trying to be comforting, but like holding this dead guy, like they're
Yeah.
there.
Oh, and Parker can clear Marked by the Whisper
Oh,
because the mystery is resolved. There is no more whisper for now.
excellent news.
Resolved. Look at that. Boom. Cool. I think a lot of time has passed since you were in there. It is nearing sunset. Where do you want to take Gordon's body?
To the
Are we
morgue?
near enough to the police station?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a small town. You can get there in pretty short order. You should just walk in the front desk with the body over your shoulder.
I guess we could
I'm-
leave it in the car.
We, call ahead, bring him to the corridor.
Yeah, there's a you can take it to the hospital. I guess that would be a morgue there.
Yeah, that would be the hospital.
Great. Again, describe the scene when you bring the body in.
Sorry,
Uh,
everybody started laughing. Okay, so are we taking him to the hospital?
That would be where the morgue is, yeah.
Okay. I just imagine that like we walk into the hospital, like we're not running because the guy's already dead. So
Do you
it's
like put
just
him in
like
a wheelchair or anything? Like or a gurney?
just sit him in the lobby. It's like, yeah, we found this dead guy. We brought him here.
You know, we
And he
we
looks
usually
about like it's hard to
No.
tell, but like 70-ish at this point.
this is an official police investigation. I can fill out a form.
You're bringing in this man's dead.
I
Yeah.
think so.
And like the nurse like waves at a couple people and rummages through and like gives you a clipboard with you know a corpse intake form, I suppose. And a couple orderlies come in and put him on a gurney and take him back. Any next of kin? Anyone we should notify?
I don't know, just put him down as John Doe.
All right. No name. No name. John Doe. Great. And they ask for all of your identifying information as well. You can choose to give it to them or not.
Oh yeah, I've given it to them. I've been giving it to everyone left, right, and center.
Great. Cool. So we'll follow up with the sheriff until then. I mean, I'm just a nurse, but I guess don't leave town. I can't do anything about it, so do what you like.
Yeah. Well, so do the drawers in the morgue like prevent X-ray signals and stuff? Just put them in like a shielded area just in case.
I'm not a radiologist, so I don't know if X-rays are going to penetrate there, but he should be okay. There's no, I mean, the radiology department is,
Oh no, I'm
I don't
not
think we
worried
have to worry about that.
X-ray getting in. It's just something might get. You have a nice evening.
You too. You too.
This is the point where it just nopes it.
I think the last thing, like as you walk away and leave, the camera focuses on like a not entirely put out cigarette smoldering on the sidewalk outside.
Dun, dun, dun.
Michael and David, anything you want to do before night falls, or do you want to go up to the house at nightfall?
I think we want to try and get into the basement of the factory.
Okay, you want to do that? Cool. Let's. Y'all want to keep going, or do you need another break?
You take a break.
Okay, cool. Let's take 5, and we'll try and get into the basement. Alrighty. So, I don't want to go door by door. So let's just make this an all in infiltration roll. I feel like this is going to be with a reason for Michael, unless we want to try something besides just bypassing and sneaking around with help from David.
Yeah, I mean, I could do that. I don't mean to put this on Sasha, but I was thinking that if he's going to be kind of guiding Michael, he could make the move and you could just throw Michael in the middle of everything with the it's worse than that if you want. Kill me. Kill
Nice.
me if you think that's fair. I dare you.
Nice. Cool. So, David,
Hey, that's what the reason you said?
what's that?
That's
Yeah.
the reason you said?
Yeah, so this is gonna be a night move
Right.
because it is dangerous. What are you afraid might happen if Michael gets caught?
I'm afraid he's going to become part of the dream.
Mm-hmm. I think it's worse than that. I think that they have someone working on the other side, and they will bring you in as well. So that's with reason. And if you'd like to use your magic wand or your cleric,
I will mark Largos Marigold level 3 Sun Cleric. Because like we said, we're
Excellent.
essentially crawling a dungeon.
Mhm.
It's very OSR, and you know, you might have to turn some undead.
That's 3 dice top 2 plus 1. Ooh, that's a 12.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. Great. Let's do this. So you do it, and ooh, let me check where the oh, that's in some places. Cool. David, describe how you're helping Michael get through locked, security doors. There is some security wandering around. How do you get him to the door with the stairwell?
Things like we said, I'm going from the security cameras back to the portable TV, whispering, okay, stop at this hallway. They're going. I think maybe I guide him to the locker room or something, or a security room to get a pair of keys to go to the next level, and just sort of that sort of deal. It's an escort mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I stop and walk really slowly and you got to kind of come back for me. I also think if I'm going to the locker room, can I like find a hazmat suit in there to wear?
Absolutely. Yeah,
respirator?
that's a good 12. You can definitely get a hazmat suit. Yeah, it's there's a locker room, but it's also just like a wall of hazmats that are like have gone. There's a here's the used ones, here's the sterile ones, so you can put on a sterile one, and I think that will get you straight to the door. Yeah, and it is as advertised. There is a door with a stairway going down that you are now at in full protective gear. What would you like to do? Go down the stairs?
Since we are on our OSR trajectory, I do think going down the stairs is the best option.
Excellent. I think this is gonna be another paint the scene. What about the hallways in the sub-level here is unnervingly different from the pristine white and steel above?
I think the hallway leads down to a tunnel level with like rock walls, but it's like a mineral, almost shell-like. I think there's a viscous fluid kind of flowing down. It's like it feels more like a stomach than a tunnel.
Yeah, I'll add to that. It's not dark, but it's really dimly lit. Those like hanging mining bulbs, they're just a
Mhm.
little bit too far away from each other. So it leaves
Nice.
pockets of darkness
Like
in
little
between each one.
pools of light. Yeah. Yeah, and it's definitely like this is carved out. The stairway leads down a short cinder block hallway and then opens up to this cave with the moist walls. And yeah, great. So there are also no cameras down here. So David's vision ends pretty much at the stairwell. And this is, it's interesting in that, clearly to have a basement, you would have to be excavating something. It is notable that it is not a finished basement. It's not beyond a certain point. They haven't done any construction underneath that you can see. It does go down a short way. There are pockets of shadow, and you can kind of tell it opens up into some other area that is darker. You do see another person in a hazmat suit walking down the same way you're going. They are everyone else has seemed kind of like brisk and on task, almost robotic even. This employee is moving slowly down the hallway and kind of keeping to the edge of the hallway, almost as if they're avoiding the light. What would you like to do?
I definitely want to seem like I belong here.
Mhm.
So I'm standing up straight. I'm walking like I have a purpose.
Mhm.
And I think if I kind of get close enough, or if like it's inevitable that we're going to pass one another, I'll do like the coworker nod at them as they're like doing their thing and just see what they do.
Yeah. When you approach them from behind, they kind of stiffen up and like push themselves against the wall a little bit more. And if you're just continuing on, like it's clearly they're just like tracking you. And when you nod, they nod a little bit slowly and just watch you as you walk by.
Yeah, he'll kind of like double take at him. And I think he'll be like, "Are you new here? Do you need help with anything?"
Can I just get you to roll one die? I just want to see evens or odds.
Yeah, I could do that for sure. 1d6. It's odd.
Awesome. So you guys get their new here, and they just go in like a overly deep voice, like, "Yeah, man, just started yesterday."
Shit, what would I say that? Like, where are you trying to get? That's what I'll say.
Oh, I'm on break.
He'll do that against my better judgment. The like kind of wannabe military boss thing where they like get up close to him and look at him. They're like, "On break, huh? How long have you been on break for?"
And they like look from side to side, and what are you afraid might happen when they attack you?
I'm afraid that there is a big open spot behind me that I could fall down in for some other
Ooh.
reason or another.
Yeah, and it's worse than that. In the process, your suit will get compromised. And this is 100% vitality.
$11.
Great. So there's a moment of, they kind of look from side to side, and almost just like a resigned, like, well, and they go to like grab your arm and twist it behind you. Tell me how you get the upper hand.
Yeah, I think he kind of I don't know exactly what you have in mind, but he kind of fights back against it. It's almost like it's a little too easy, and he
Mhm.
goes to bend the person's arm back behind them, but it's like when he grabs it, it's like it squishes a little bit.
Oh no,
feels a
it
little
doesn't
squishy.
squish. It's a human.
Oh, it's a human. Okay, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, where's he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll pin him up against the wall
hmm
and basically be like, what the hell's your problem?
Shit. I fine.
Oh, now I think I know where you're at.
What are you gonna
with this,
do?
brother. I don't want to pull their mask off because I don't want.
Where are you taking me?
Yeah, I'll take him to some place that's quite lit.
Like back to the stairway?
Yeah, someplace where I won't go careening off something if I mess something else up.
Yeah. And they kind of like struggle, but you've got a good hold on them.
Yeah, and I'll be like, yeah, what are you doing here?
I'm
For real.
I got
Don't-
lost.
You don't need to bullshit. You don't need to bullshit me.
You don't sound like one of them.
That depends on who's asking. I would say that I'm pretty new here too.
Shit. And like they kind of crane around. Look, seem too tall to be her. Fine. You looking for something down here? Something wrong?
I'm just looking for information, answers, I suppose.
Check the phone book if you want information.
Yeah, dude. Do I go to Yellow Pages for answers?
Look, let me go.
All right. Well, don't get all uppity or anything. If they're kind of chilled out a little bit, he'll like release them from whatever
Yeah.
grip he's got.
Yeah, no, they're pretty sure you're not an employee.
Yeah.
And like how long you been down here? Is it safe?
I think you got down here before me,
I guess just.
but I haven't seen anybody else.
What's your name?
You could call me M, I suppose.
All right, M. Who you working for?
I'm kind of doing my own thing.
Kind of doing your own thing, huh?
What about you? You got an employer?
Yeah, I got an employer. You got friends around here?
There's a ragtag group of us.
Some really queasy looking lady and a kind of handsome, resourceful guy.
That does narrow it down, and I'm inclined to say yes.
They kind of like make a motion to follow them, and they start heading back up the stairs.
Yeah, I'll follow him up there.
And they like prop the door open a little bit and kind of like lean up. I guess it opens inward to the doorway, so they lean against it so that if anyone tries to come in, they're gonna have to like push. And they unvelcro the hood and kind of take it off. And it's Flo. Hey, who you have not met, I don't think.
Yeah,
But
I have not.
I think she was described to you.
Yeah, I'm sure at some point the
Yeah.
altercation was told to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I caught your friends trying to break into my car, and they ran off.
You know, that okay, yeah, I could see that. But so what are you here looking for? He'll take his hazmat suit off as well, or at least the helmet.
Hello. So, sounds like you're looking for something strange here. I am. I was hired to do some investigation myself. There's something fishy happening here. I'm just trying to get some information on what it might be. I left my camera in my car, so this is weird, right? This is I haven't seen like anything like this before.
Well, ignoring the fact that you tried to kill me 5 minutes ago, yes,
Well,
I would say
I don't think it would count as killing if it was not you.
okay. You know what? That's a good point, actually.
I mean, what did the guy
yeah.
that you got your suit from look like?
I pulled mine off the wall. Oh, you're doing
Oh.
some James Bond shit.
That would have been way easier.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Ah, pretty and smart. All right.
I try. Thank you. Have you found anything here? I mean, you kind of caught me on my way down, so I'm hoping you at least have something.
Well, I saw I don't know what to call it. The goop room. Do you notice the smell in here? And you really don't. Just smells like clinical again, kind of very sterile.
I can't say I do.
Smells like you ever been to a cheap carnival? It's like that kind of funnel cake, powdered sugar smell. You really don't get it?
I'm not picking it up, but I think I know exactly what you're talking about. So you've seen what? Some kind
And
of
she
source?
kind of like moves back half a step. So you didn't eat any, did you?
Why would I eat any? And he says it just like that.
You didn't answer the question.
You know what? How about I just roll to see if I tell her the truth or not?
Yeah.
We could do odds and evens again. Odds I do say, evens I do not say. And it's odd. So I'm listen, to get in here, I was like part of this focus group and they made me eat it, and that's how I kind of got set loose in this place.
She's like kind of looking around the side. If you look, anything weird happened to you?
The only thing that's happened to me so far is I want to eat more, and I know that's not a good thing.
Honey, you're in the wrong place for that. Look, the employee that I borrowed this suit from didn't look so great and didn't seem to mind. Do you feel funny at all? Feel like anything's inside you trying to get out?
Not yet, but now maybe it's like a placebo thing. Maybe I do feel something like that, but I don't know if it's just because you said it or not.
Look, I don't know what I can do to help you.
Do you know if is there like a timeline? Do you know how it works? I mean, you seem like you've been investigating it for a while.
I've seen the way it makes people behave, and I've seen, and like she gets like this kind of far off look. You ever see someone? You ever seen someone just beat so bad that their face just looks like it ain't a person anymore?
I can't say I have. Not that bad, at least. Is that what happens if you eat this stuff? Your face gets all mushed?
Yeah, but it's not blood. It's just white. When I took it, him maybe, I don't know. I didn't get it out of me, but it wasn't easy.
Okay.
They looked it looks like someone took a hammer to him and dipped him in a vat of whipped cream. It wasn't a person.
And that was one of the workers here?
Yeah. I don't know if these suits are to keep things out.
Okay.
And as she says that, the door gets pushed. Someone's trying to get in.
If she starts leaning against it, he'll help her.
Yeah.
Kind of push it.
Yeah, and there's a little grated window on the door, and it pushes, and then you just see the faceplate of the biohazard suit up to the window, and then it disappears for a second. What do you do?
I think he'll probably be like, sorry, containment breach. You got to stay on the other side. You got to stay back there.
Yeah, that'll be good. You don't feel any more pressure on the door, and you don't see the face anymore, and you feel like the danger has passed for a second, and then you see white stuff seeping under the door, a lot of it, and I think that's where we'll end. All right. Do you get your rewards for that? I think you get it, yeah, in Dawn. Cool. Let's just go to Stars and Wishes then. Let's just go in reverse order. So Sasha.
Yeah, that was a hell of a day phase. Pretty eventful. First of all, I enjoyed the whole scene with David and Michael. That was cool, kind of flipping through the different movies and kind of talking about that history there. Also enjoyed Erica busting into the office and just trying to big dog the office manager, being like, "We know the truth, okay?" Intrepid girl reporter. And yeah, Parker's flashback to prison was fantastic. I really liked that. And just the whole stuff with the factory, kind of how offbeat it was, like trying to milk oil shafts, and the whole scene with the focus group was really, really good. I like the interviewer dude.
Any wishes?
I guess to answer another question and knock this one out.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you. Who's next there? Looks like Rue. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, excuse me. It's wild that was just the day phase.
I know.
Kind of early evening. So Sasha and Billy, I really liked your guys' nostalgia scene. And I like how you guys just keep like describing the dream to each other. And I just laugh at that every time. Great role, Sasha. That was amazing that you got a 12. Then for Billy, I really liked that awkward scene with Erica just being like, oh, like almost calling her babe was like just hilarious.
Perfect.
And I really liked the way that you guys sort of like dungeon crawled and then handled the scene with Flo, who we didn't know was Flo at the time. For Ellie, I really liked your interactions with all the NPCs this time. So like really leaning into this deputy unofficial right as of now. So I really like the scene with Lacey and especially with Gordon. Yeah, you kicking the door was like super cool. And then also just yeah, like really getting in his face and then being like, okay, let's just take this dead guy to the hospital. I thought was very funny. And then for Mark, I really like how you weaved in Parker's backstory. I thought that was amazing. I'm excited to fit that in somewhere. And then I really, of course, always love you playing NPCs. So Gordon was great. I loved him smashing the console and just blurting out his own secrets. And then I love Flo. I hope that she doesn't become a bad guy or die or something because she's really cool. But for wishes, yeah, I want to keep seeing, maybe answer a question for the dream. I think we have enough, almost enough to do that. And then, yeah, I guess see what new mystery we get next time.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Ellie.
Ah. The drunk Parker was absolutely heartbreaking. That's like the final nail in the coffin of the Latchkey house completely falling apart at the seams, and that was very well done. I really like that. Yeah, that made me kind of work for that nostalgic scene, which I actually also really liked, to figure out how to weave it into a nostalgic scene, and so that was really fun. Yeah, and then the interaction with Michael on her way out the door. Yeah, I really like the how that played out, and that, and that David's given up the car keys now. This is a thing. For Michael, I also really loved that the whole conflict in that weird, creepy interview was just that he wanted the pink one first. That was a wonderful twist on adding an actual, yeah, like adding that in. For David, I really love the whole framing of, the Matrix. Well, who would have been Mouse guiding Neo through the office?
I think it was Morpheus, right?
There were a few different times.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that whole sequence was lots of fun. I again love how you're playing the being in the TV as this really kind of familiar genre thing, which is awesome. I also really liked that whole bit of treating the factory as a dungeon crawl. I thought that was especially neat because one of my biggest soapboxes is that I love seeing how you can, tell different stories in different games and bring in mechanics, bring in the flow of the game for different kinds of segments. So proof of concept, this game functions for dungeon crawls, and that is really cool. This is good stuff for later. And then yeah, the TV station was good. The NPC interactions, bringing out the different gossip and dirt and fears, was super awesome. And then for next time, for wishes, yeah, let's answer the question for the dream, because I think it is just one before we bang it out, right? So yeah, answer that question. I want to go back to I want to go retrieve the Zagreus cabinet, and then have dinner, or whatever order that all happens in. I mean, it's probably dinner, question, cabinet. We'll see what transpires. I'm just looking at my little notepad here, and yeah, that's all she wrote.
Awesome. Thank you. And Billy.
Yeah, I had a ton of fun as usual. But for Rue, I really liked I liked how Mark handled Parker's backstory, but I really like how you reacted with Parker, kind of when hearing the whisper, stuff like that. And so that was great stuff. I really like the Cleaver bit, but that's just because I'm a weirdo, and so that's just always fun. And for Sasha, of course, I liked the nostalgic scene, and I do love Friday the 13th, but I also love Stand By Me. So it was a perfect segue into the other. and having David and Michael together is really cool, and just kind of riffing on the dream thing is always fun. And for Ellie, I of course really liked the interaction at the door. That was great. But especially the way she reacted when it was about the keys specifically was a ton of fun. And I, of course, like everybody else said, obviously really love it almost from an outside perspective, the entitled camera in the face, like I know what the fuck is happening right now. You know it too, don't lie to anybody. And that's so much fun. And of course, Mark, with all the NPCs, I like how at first I was taking the hazmat suit thing, and I jumped on the train a little late, but I still caught the train, so it was nice because my thought process was, I think what happened at the end is what I thought was happening at the beginning. So thought I was gonna find a monster in true dungeon crawling fashion. But yeah, for wishes, same as everybody else said, I do, in the interest of time, want to watch more Odyssey tapes. So that is definitely on my list. But other than that, yeah, I think that's everything.
Cool. Thank you. Cool. Yeah. A lot of y'all hit a lot of good stuff. I really love the way David is able to be a presence still, even though you're still trapped in the chromatic desert. It's really entertaining. The doorway scene, the scene between you two, super great. Y'all pushed me really hard this time. It was really fun. Like especially with there was like basically like two separate dungeon crawls. One kind of real, one kind of less real. And it was really interesting to try to incorporate the things that were happening in an interesting way without just being like, oh yeah, you go in the front door and you say, you guys suck and mystery's over. Finding ways to incorporate the creepy things that are related to the mystery instead of just like random creepy things was super fun.
There's no A-B plot. It was just two A plots going on at the same time.
Yeah, it was great. I love that this game supports that, like two separate, relatively unrelated stories happening at the same time. But yeah, thanks for like never backing down from like, we're gonna do the thing. Super great. Yeah, especially the factory. It's really interesting to try to keep going forward without jumping to like the end that is sitting in my brain that may or may not happen. So this is really fun. It's a nice challenge as a GM. It's really fun. And all the characters and all the so many good things. Yeah, and all those wishes. Same. Keep on rolling. Awesome. I think that's all I've got. Anything else before we shut down the stream? Cool. Goodbye, internet.